What's happening on Placencia Caye? That's the question that residents on the namesake peninsula are asking following the discovery of dredging activity and the destruction of mangroves on the island over the weekend. Founder of Mr. Gobi and Friends Recycling, Monique Vernon, was along with others on a cleanup campaign on the island when they made the shocking revelation.
On Sunday, we held a cleanup, and one of our number one spot to visit is Placencia Caye, for a number of reasons. One being that there's always trash at Placencia Caye. And two, it's a great opportunity for us to go swim and snorkel because there's loads of beautiful corals around the key. We also normally see manatees feeding, and it's a great place to do bird watching as well. I was wondering why I can see through the thickness of mangroves that normally you can't see nothing. And I was seeing through the mangroves, and I'm like, what's happening here? When I got closer, I realized that they had left like just a skim of mangrove at the front. And inside of that, everything was completely gone.
In utter disbelief, Vernon got out of her kayak to find that a canal had been dug. The dredged material contained fragments of dead coral and other organisms. Heavy-duty machinery can be seen operating on the island, which is less than 2 minutes away by kayak.
Not only were the mangroves being cut down, but they were also dredging. It seems to be like they were building a new channel, creating a new channel in that area as well, because there were like a hill of what seemed to be mud mixed with dead corals on that deforested plot. And it broke my heart. And I just started thinking about all the animals that are being displaced or will be affected some way or the other. And also the residents of Placencia, because I feel like people often forget that we are living on a sandpit of a peninsula, and Placencia Caye is very important to us because not only does it host a number of critical or important species that uses those same mangrove ecosystem as a nursery ground, a place for food and shelter, but we residents of Placencia use that key to harbor behind during tough storms or even hurricane. That key is very important in blocking all that force.
Several residents, including Vernon, have written to the Department of Environment and other government departments to find out whether permits and approvals were issued to the developers. For them, the destruction will have long-lasting effects on the Placencia community.
I reached out to Southern Environmental Association to ask them if they were aware that that was happening, and it didn't seem like they were. And so Miss Rena from C, she called the DOE and several offices, and she told me, they said that a permit was issued for them to do dredging and clearing of mangroves. But then I messaged her back, and she said she was trying to call DOE again to get more information, but they referred her to the mining area, the department. But when she called those department, they never responded, and that was like 2 days straight she was been trying to call. And so I personally, a lot of us, we Googled to check, the DOE website, if ECP or an EIA was done or listed under their website, but we don't see anything under the enclave or the Placencia Caye. So in our opinion, I don't see anything happening. And when I visited the Caye on that day when we did the cleanup, we didn't see no sign. Normally when you have a permit being issued, you will have a 4x4 sign saying, we got the go ahead to do this, and here's the permit. The permit should be embedded on that sign as well. We didn't see any sign, and I spoke to the village council. They were never aware of that happening, and there was no public consultations done either.
The Department of Environment has confirmed with News 5 that they are aware of the situation and are currently checking with all relevant departments about the activity on the island. Following those checks, they will be prepared to make a statement. Duane, Moody for News 5.